Hello friends, welcome to the King YouTube channel. Harry, a man who seems broken thanks in part to Meghan. When you reach your 40s, it's typically a time when everything should be stable: family, finances, and more. But Harry's situation seems quite the opposite. His life appears incredibly unstable, teetering on the edge of collapse. As we've noted before, Prince Harry is a man approaching a critical juncture in his life as he nears 40, a daunting milestone for many. I've shared my own concerns about this age with you in the past, so how many of you are in your 40s? Raise your hand. Oh yes, quite a few. But which side of 40 are you on? That's the question, isn't it? For those of you over 40, good morning and a warm welcome to all our new subscribers. Isn't it wonderful to share these moments together? Prince Harry, as you'd expect, is at a personal crossroads as he turns 40. However, life isn't unfolding as he had hoped. There's an old saying about life beginning at 40, but is this the life Harry had envisioned for himself? As we move forward, it's worth noting that Prince Harry will soon be 40, a pivotal age. This is where things get intriguing. As I mentioned recently, Meghan Markle is reportedly looking to, shall we say, capitalize on this milestone. She's trying to figure out if there's an opportunity to create something around the event. No matter how you look at it, Harry seems to be a man in pieces. During that recent tour in Colombia, he looked utterly exhausted, disillusioned, and uninterested. Yes, he did manage to pull himself together briefly, but this is clearly not the life he was led to believe he'd have. The so-called freedom flight he took from the Windsor Suites at Heathrow hasn't gone as planned. Now, I've heard that Harry would like to split his time and celebrate with some of his old friends back in the UK. Apparently, he's keen to reconnect with these friends, despite their recent criticisms about his life's downward spiral. It's no secret that Meghan has no intention of returning to the UK until the security issues are resolved, making this reunion seem unlikely. But Harry, as you see, is struggling with turning 40, a challenging age for anyone. Harry understands this better than most. When you reach a certain point in life, whether you're a man or a woman, you start reflecting on the past and contemplating the future. Sources tell me that Harry is quite depressed, experiencing both good and bad days, though the bad ones seem to outnumber the good lately. We all know Harry is somewhat fragile, and I say that with empathy. He's a man who lacks a complete understanding of life's deeper meanings. Even though he's set to inherit millions from a trust fund established by the late Queen Mother, a wonderful woman who would likely be shocked to see what has become of the monarchy she cherished, Harry is still struggling. He's had everything handed to him, and now suddenly he's facing new responsibilities. As I've mentioned before, the question remains whether Harry can rally enough friends to join him, perhaps staying in a London hotel or meeting up in a secluded location in Europe, like Spain or Greece, for a nostalgic holiday like they used to have in their youth. This scenario is a far cry from the princely image many associate with him and his wife, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. Do you believe Meghan deserves the title of Duchess? If you do, comment with a number 1. If you think she's undeserving, comment with a number 2. Harry is what he is today because of his own choices. Life is fleeting, time passes quickly, and not everyone reaches the age of 40. The brave men and women who sacrificed their lives for us in World Wars I, the Falklands, and Afghanistan, they will remain forever young. In contrast, Harry is approaching 40 with resentment towards the monarchy and his country, the same man who took that so-called freedom flight, only to criticize the family that gave him life and the country that once adored him. This, I believe, is called karma, especially considering how he has overshadowed almost every royal event in recent years. Even at his father's coronation, he managed to make it all about himself, his desires, his needs, and centered the attention on him and Meghan, delaying the proceedings. In his book, he even made the last time he saw his grandmother all about himself. Harry's issues extend beyond immaturity. They stem from a lifelong personality disorder which has evolved from being covert to openly malignant narcissism with antisocial tendencies. Harry needs long-term medical treatment, including rehab for alcohol and drug abuse, as well as extensive psychiatric care to address his distorted thoughts and twisted perspectives. If Harry is broken, it's his own doing. He had ample warnings from his loving family, including his mother's side, who told him that Meghan is nothing like Diana. I still don't understand how he could do such things. He brags about drug use and stays in Hollywood, a place known for its party scene. His photos seem edited. In reality, he looks pale, sloppy, and self-centered. I wonder if his old friends in the UK are even interested in celebrating with him. It seems they've moved on and wouldn't want to risk their reputations by associating with him. Harry is getting what he deserves. How can we forget how he treated his grandparents and the family who raised and protected him? I have no sympathy for him. Harry was always spoiled, and now we see the results of that. Yes, he was an entitled rich kid, but Meghan has knocked him off his pedestal and broken his spirit. The couple seems to be following the path of Edward and Wallis, two individuals who posed significant threats to the royal family but were eventually banished from the UK. Harry's life at 40, from a prince to an errand boy for a former cable TV actress with a colorful past, seems tragic. Perhaps he could take on the role of a royal jester, making others laugh. He's broken at 40, a man-child, immature, inexperienced, and defeated. It's well-earned and well-deserved. He may age, but he's not getting any wiser. What a waste of potential. The general sentiment in the UK is that Harry is no longer considered a royal, and neither is Meghan. He was advised against rushing into marriage, but he thought he knew better. Now we know better than to believe anything that comes from either of them. I have no sympathy for his misery. He knows the pain he caused his grandmother, and I'm glad he feels unloved and friendless karma at its finest. I despise Harry. He didn't just betray his family, he also trashed the entire UK. We don't care if he's sad. He needs to beg for our forgiveness, but I, for one, will not forgive him. He's a dim-witted, traitorous ex-prince. Long live King William and Queen Catherine. Harry was born with every advantage and has done nothing but complain and feel sorry for himself, lashing out at his family as if they conspired to make him the second child. He proves himself a fool daily, with marrying Meghan being just one of his many mistakes. He's so entitled, it's almost laughable. He's like a child, clueless about how to navigate life without ever having to work or take on responsibilities. I have no sympathy for him, and as for Meghan, she's a joke. One can only wonder if Harry regrets marrying a mediocre actress. He must think about how his family protected and loved him. It took years for the royal family to get Harry to a stable place, and then Meghan came in and ruined everything. There's no turning back. He should have listened to his brother William instead of choosing to stay with Meghan. Of course, Meghan knew how to win him over with her bedroom skills. She used that to manipulate the naive, not so smart, spoiled redhead. We can't blame him for having limited common sense. Much of it has been eroded. It's been reported that Meghan allowed Harry to go on a ski trip with Corey Gamble, Kris Jenner's partner, but Meghan allegedly thought that sending a jar of her jam would win Kris over. It didn't work, though. No gain for Meghan, no gain for Harry. Additionally, rumors suggest that Harry spends a lot of time in various hotels, and the couple essentially live separate lives. So this alone seems to contradict the notion that Meghan controls Harry's life or even cares to. What are your thoughts? I'm eager to hear them, so please share them in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I hope you find my videos helpful, informative, or at least entertaining. Please like, share, and subscribe to the King YouTube channel. See you soon.